This is High Priestess Jamila, and I am here to do the Bryant psychic reading. Let me turn this down a little bit. I had to listen to a grounding and healing frequency for this one, so that's what you're hearing. Also, you may be hearing the soft fan of my air purifier over here, so um, yeah, if you guys are hearing that, that's why. Okay, so this reading is going to be what really happened. We can clearly see what happened according to the video. Um, this reading is going to be mainly focused on what was going on. Now, from what you can see in the video, you can see her father kicking somebody in the head. I'm wondering if this is the foster father. Very concerning, because if that was the foster father, then why would he be kicking one of the foster children in the head? Okay. From what I read, from what the story was that there was an argument over housekeeping. Okay, some kind of argument over cleaning the house. Okay, and I wasn't able to really find her zodiac sign or any other information about her, but we may be able to see it during the reading. What I want to know is why and what drove like a family argument into deadly. Okay, it turned very deadly, and from what it looked like, the police had to choose one over the other. And so this is not going to really be about that. I'm more so concerned about what happened within the home. Okay. All right. Welcome to the channel. Make sure that y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all should be able to join. I don't know if it's switched over yet. I'll have to check that. But make sure you either subscribe or join. And if you guys want to reach me for a private psychic reading, channeling, seance, consultation, all of my links are listed below. Now, I'm using caution during this reading because, spirits only know what kind of negative energies we may be dealing with while doing this reading, okay? And so I've already called to Saint Michael for protection and guidance and clarity. But we're going to, call in the spirits, angels, guides. Okay, so a card flipped over. Hold on, y'all, because this is dark. There we go. Now y'all can see. I would guess that she possibly could be a water sign. Either water or fire. Like I said, I could not find her date of birth. I looked for it. Spirits, what messages do you have about Makayla Bryant? What do you want us to know about her energy at the moment, energetically? Where is she at? Who is she with? And just any other general messages or guidance for us today. Thank you. She may have a fire dominant chart. Just to let y'all know, her chart seems to be dominant in fire. Now, first of all, what I can tell you just from what I could feel, and then also just the reason why I'm here to do this reading, is because her spirit is in torment. She did not want to die that day. And see, what I was thinking about, I was like, okay, for her to be coming at somebody with a knife, what was going on? What was actually going on? To make her snap like that, because from what I can see, it looked like she snapped. First of all, I feel as though something definitely was going on in that foster home. Something was not right. Somebody must have been giving her a hard time from what I can see. Depression, fear. She feared for her life for some reason, which was why she had the knife in the first place. It's because she feared for her life. Whether or not she had a reason to fear for her life or not, that's just how she felt. So that's why she had the knife in her hand. Um, some other things that I'm getting is that her spirit does seem to be very strong. Um, so her presence is still here very much, and she's holding on, is what it is. Her spirit is angry at those people at that house, so I wouldn't be surprised if she were haunting them. I can just tell by this card that she is still at that house, that foster home. You can tell that. Mm. The one thing that Spirits is telling me is that there seemed to be a lot of fighting in that house. Foster mother or either father, I can't tell. Um, Definitely not a person that I would want having access to my kid. Spirits, was she loved in that house? Show me the foster parents. Okay. Show me the foster parents, spirits. What was going on with them? What messages do you have about the foster parents as well as the house that she was living in? Give us some more information and clarity on that. Mm-mm. Something was not quite right. I'm gonna pick these cards up, y'all, because I don't need them anymore. Some wasn't right in that house. She definitely didn't like being there. This is gonna be the family child services. This justice card in the reverse position. Okay, give me more information, spirits, about what was going on in that house. Okay. Mm. they're speaking favorably of her right now, but I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of genuine love in that house. Oh, there goes the foster father, either a male energy, and then the high priestess. Yeah, not a good environment for anybody to be in. Of course, they're not going to demonize themselves, but I believe that what was going on is that I feel like it was some kind of verbal abuse, is what I'm hearing from spirits, is talking about verbal abuse. She didn't just ask her to clean the house. You know, they were literally trying to make themselves, oh, mommy doesn't like the house dirty. No, them people, the communication was all messed up. Just like a lot of verbal abuse, just a lot of negativity. Definitely some bad spirits in the house that possibly had something to do with the house being messy in the first place. But I think that it was issues in the house within itself. Whether or not it were clean or messy doesn't matter. I do believe that she felt like a slave, so to speak. She kind of felt like a slave. She didn't feel really loved in that house. Foster parents were only fostering the kids to get money, which is not a good reason at all. I can see that very clearly, that they were fostering her just for the money. I feel like if you're going to be a foster parent, you need to give those kids genuine love. I guess that's my own biased opinion, but some people would think, well, which is what some biological parents feel like. What do I need to give you love for? Um, I'm taking care of you, so that's all that matters. But I think that this like really tells of some kind of um, abuse. We're gonna look at what was going on with the two people, because there was two people that she was fighting with, the girl in the pink, and I believe the one that got kicked in the video. Now, what is not clear to me, and hopefully the reading will give us some clarity, is that was that the foster father that kicked, or was that the her biological father, is what I want to know. Because first of all, why would I didn't know that foster homes allowed the biological father to come visit. I know that the way that he kicked that other girl, something must have went on. I'm gonna switch decks, y'all. Can y'all hit the thumbs up, please, and thank you. All right, spirit guides, show me the two women that she was into it with. Did they do something to her? Did they say something to her? And were they treating her well? Um, what was actually going on with the two women? What made her feel the need to lunge at somebody with a knife? Okay. Okay, King of Wands upright comes up. Spirits. Okay, so we're just going to cut the deck. And they were definitely fighting over housekeeping. And the Hierophant represents the person in the house, the parents, the parental figures, the authority in the house. Okay, so there was definitely a death threat that was made. Mm. They needed spiritual protection for that house, period. Everybody in that house was negative at the time. This death card in the Five of Pentacles reverse does say to me that there was some sort of possession by negative spirits. Like everybody in that house was possessed to me, from what I can see. And you see the Seven of Swords is in the reverse position. Um, it was a toxic situation. Verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. Definitely tempers flaring with it definitely was a very unfortunate incident that happened. Basically what Spirit is saying is that the situation escalated. It was a simple argument that escalated. Okay, then the death card was very, very toxic. Very toxic. Definitely had something to do with cleaning, but in reality, just because you have your house clean don't mean that your house is clean. For real. You can scrub all day and night, but if it's negative spirits in your house, you're going to have negative stuff that happens. And you can tell that that's definitely what was happening. I think there was also a lack of faith in that house too. I just something tells me that there, it definitely wasn't any kind of protection. But then again, the girls that she was fighting with definitely have some negative spirits on them. And you can also tell that the fight did escalate to the point where I'm seeing death threats, which, you know, I'm seeing death threats, which is why she had the knife. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Chariot. Uh, yeah. Now, mm, whoever that was at the house, like, what's not clear is who those women were. They look like grown women, is what they look like. So I definitely do feel that Micaiah Bryant felt threatened, was being threatened, and lost it. And if she would have had the proper guidance, somebody would have took that knife for her. It almost looks like a setup, it almost looks like a blood sacrifice, because why would a grown man be helping her fight instead of diffusing the situation? If you have parental units in the building, they should be able to diffuse these arguments. So these two older women, they look like they lived at the house, or either they frequented the house, but obviously if they're older, they're not in foster care. She was the one that was being fostered by that home. She felt threatened. That's why she had the knife in her hand. I think it was unfortunate. Do I personally blame the police? Just to let y'all know, no, I don't. I don't personally blame them because I think that we know what the police are trained to do. Somebody in that house should have had better control over the environment, okay? And see, now you can see definitely that they're going to try to get money. I think that they will possibly win a wrongful death lawsuit. Definitely. The problem is that why did they continue with this whole thing even after the police arrived? And so the reason why emotionally she was not there, she had lost it. And this is a young girl that, if directed in the correct direction, she could have been okay in life. But I feel like there were older people that weren't that much. Well, actually, they were. King of Wands comes up. There were older people in that house that was verbally abusing her, and some kind of mental abuse is what comes up for me. Which is what if you're very young, you don't, because I know a lot of people are like, is she a killer? Did the police put down a killer? Anybody could be. If you feel that your life is being threatened, you'd be surprised. And somebody very young like that, they're not going to really have enough life experience. And looking at her life experiences, I want to look at why she was in foster care and like what kind of life experiences that she had. And what I'm sensing is all my life I had to fight. So I feel like she must have been in a very abusive and violent environment prior to coming there. What was her environment like? Why was she in foster care? Okay, what do you see her seeing growing up? What was happening with her? We got 9 in the chat and ain't nobody hitting the thumbs up. We only got 2 thumbs up so far. Okay, that's okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I was going to say, dang, am I doing something wrong? Okay, Judgment, Knight of Pentacles, reverse, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you can tell that her environment, oh goodness. Yeah, you see that? Judgment upright, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Definitely can tell poverty. Where she came from, I feel like it wasn't a whole lot of love for her. I feel like just in general, um, this doesn't really sit well with me. Sorry, guys. I have a troll that's calling that's trying to interrupt the reading. I don't know why this person likes to call and try to interrupt my reading. So give me a second. I'm going to do some clearing. Because this person seems to be jealous of everybody that I do readings on. I don't understand it. It's so bizarre. Okay, hold on. Because I have a business line that is connected to my phone. And you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start removing Google Voice from my phone before I do live readings. which is one of the reasons why I started to do my readings unlisted instead of live, because this person just loves to call and, constantly trying to interrupt. And I think it's give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. You know, I had to do a little bit of clearing. There's some people that just don't care about people. We want to know more about Ma'Khia Bryant and why this happened to her, because there's a lot of people that are hurt and upset about this. And we want to have a better understanding so that everybody can heal and move forward. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so her mother was her. I feel like her mother was abusive. She grew up in it. I feel like it was an abusive environment. Let me throw the cards after the lovers. She was definitely gifted, but what I want to know is what happened in her mind, spirits, that led to her waving a knife at people. What drove her to do that, spirits? Okay. Huh. Definitely those two women, they were tormenting her. They were tormenting her. Okay? Definitely. Here's a bad spirit right here. She was scared and feared for her life, is what I can see. This King of Cups is telling me that she was like a very sweet person. You can't really help where you live. She may have been, at her age, She was in a bad environment, is what I can tell you. I can tell you that I can see a very, very bad environment, and maybe even some molestation. Here's her with the knife. What's after that? Yeah, that whole household is cursed, honestly. Tragedy typically follows, cursed people, which is why it's important to remove curses. But way too much ignorance, when you see the guy kicking the woman in the head, you know, very abusive foster care environment is what I can see, which statistically is what is found out. Kids that are raised in foster care, they almost always say that there was physical and sexual violence in the home. They almost always, either by the foster parents or the other foster kids, or either by somebody close to the foster parents. It was a bad foster environment, and she snapped. And that is exactly what happened. I don't see the devil. I don't see that this girl was a bad person at all. I really don't. I think that she was actually defending herself, or either she felt that. But when the police got there, they didn't really know what was going on. Now, what's confusing is that supposedly she was the one that called the police, right? Now, I kind of believe that, but I believe that when the police got there, all they saw was somebody getting ready to stab somebody. So they can only go by what they see, honestly. And so I don't think I'm going to be asserting any views or opinions. I'll throw the cards on the cop because there's a lot of people that are angry at that cop. From what I could see, he was doing what he had to do. But the problem was that let's look at the girl in the pink, because it was something about that girl in the pink. It was something about both of them. It was something about that girl in the pink. Spirits, what messages do you have about the girl in the pink in the video that Micaiah Bryant was about to stab? What messages do you have about her? Why was somebody trying to kill her? If somebody's trying to kill you, and people are saying that this person is a sweet person, otherwise, then perhaps you could have egged that person on. I do know that there are people in this world that do that. Okay, so she comes up as the Knight of Cups upright. hmm That girl in the pink, narcissistic, a narc. I knew it. And we can see other stuff. She, her upbringing was messed up too. We can see all of that. But you can tell that there was something that was because I've been in that situation to where I've been attacked by narcs. A lot of us have, and you know what, they can make you feel like I wouldn't, but if you are doing something, I feel that it was assholeism. This is a young girl that needed guidance, and I feel like they were being cruel to her. I feel like the girl in the pink was very unhappy, suffered from abandonment issues. Just I feel like something was up with her. Okay, and the next card that comes up is the Ten of Pentacles. upright. But I feel that she provoked her. She provoked her that day. She was definitely provoking her. Another message that I'm getting is that this was like a sacrifice, so to speak. So I do see them getting some kind of money. Okay. Which would be very sad. I think the money, goodness gracious, I hope that they clean up their act once they get that money. Spirits, do you see these? Do you see the foster parents of whoever? It's so weird because there's a lady with red hair that was saying that she was her niece. But why was your niece in foster care? Show me why. Show me why in all of this happened, spirits. Show me what messages do you have? Because I feel like spirit does have a message to conclude this. If y'all have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. Let me make sure y'all not in the chat. Nope, y'all real quiet. All right. Uh, mm, Candles start flaring up too at the same time. High Priestess is questioning whether or not none of this is real. And to be honest with you, the Magician in the reverse position, definitely some kind of trickery. Definitely some kind of trickery here. Mm. She's really dead. It's real. Spirit is showing me that it's definitely real. Let me ask straight up, are they going to get some money for this? Are they going to get some money from her death? No, not really. No, I don't really. Maybe, I'm sure. I'm wondering if they have a GoFundMe. Hmm. They're not going to get what they wanted to get out of this. They could have prevented the whole situation. What I can see is that this young girl was driven to homicidal behavior by the adults around her, and now they're trying to gain sympathy on her death. That's what I see. Straight up. Straight up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Okay. Did they have money? Did they have money? What do you say? What messages do you have? What final messages do you want to give? I'm a wrap this up, y'all, because I got some other readings that I want to do. Spirits, what messages do you have in general about this situation to close this reading out? Because, now, just to let you guys know, I do believe that a person actually really did die. I do. You can feel it. So she definitely, but I do feel that this was like one of those weird sacrifices. Yeah, the spirit is talking about the media using it for their own agenda. See the Five of Swords? They are going to start doing, guys. Oh my God. Oh God. Yeah, it's going to happen. The looting, the everything is going to happen, just to let y'all know, okay? They are going, you can see BLM, you can see, civil unrest. This is definitely going to happen. But see, this is something that's mainly, now we can see the exploitation of the situation that is going to happen. The media frenzy, you can definitely see, I can see, well, this happened in Ohio, right? I can see some crazy stuff happening. Um, oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can see rioting, people with knives, people being stabbed. I can definitely see that happening. Hopefully this reading will prevent it, because you can tell that whatever this Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse position, with the moon in the reverse position and the Five of Swords, you can see that some kind of violence is going to erupt over there in Ohio. I definitely see more lives being lost. So the Empress is in the reverse position. This represents Makayla herself. She feels that justice has not been done. Her spirit is definitely going to cause a chain of events. But then also you can tell that her ancestors, because I feel that if she would have been in the proper protection and guidance, she would still be alive. Okay? She would still be alive. If she would have been properly guided, she would still be alive. So her, first of all, her spirit is very strong. You can tell. You can see the media doing what they want to do with it. But I can tell you that I definitely do see fires, because that's when they start setting cars on fire. They have their torches and stuff. I can definitely see civil unrest happening. And keep in mind, these readings can be subjective, but I do feel that it is going to boil over the closer that we get to the full moon. And I think that what it's going to be is that a lot of people are going to be focused on, well, did the police do the, so that's the main focus, the police, the police, the police. But they're not really paying attention to this soul that is now in torment. So when you're distracted by all of that other stuff, man's law and stuff like that. Hey Kendra, good morning. Finally a chatter. You got questions? I was kind of lonely over here. Wasn't nobody in the chat room. um, we have a candle lit for her. I'm a medium, so whenever I hear about stuff like this, it really affects me. I see things being burned down, chaos. That's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Y'all want me to come back and do some readings? I like doing my live readings, and my phone is on 51%, so, but I got my charger right here. Spirit is saying that you're going to be seeing in the media You know, some kind of civil unrest. You know, I can see things happening. Even deaths, even deaths. So, but what I would ask Spirit is that, you know, this. Oh God, I got this was like a senseless death that could have been prevented, and for them to please not cause any more deaths. But what I got the feeling is that this Queen of Pentacles and this Moon card in the reverse position, these are her ancestors. Okay, these are her ancestors. And, you know, I'm going to tell y'all, it shows a very broken foster system. For some reason, Gabriel Fernandez comes to mind for some reason. That little boy didn't stand a chance, even if they would have put him in foster care. You know, something like I feel like what the spirits is what I can sense is children. I can sense children that are orphans, and they are crying out for help because their souls are in torment. And they're talking about the broken foster care system. They're saying that more people that care need to be foster parents, but it's not set up like that. If you're somebody that actually cares about people or children, you're probably under attack. And so you probably trying to take care of your own right now. You know, if I could build a house and have all these children and have a, you know, a quality foster care system for these children that are lost without a mother or a father, I would. You know, and maybe someday that'll happen. You mean a setup, Carla Brown? Do you mean like a setup like she's not really dead, or did they set her up for murder so that they could get money from her? Death. I saw a lot of fire dominance in her chart, and if you are fire dominant like that, you can be a loose wire. You can be a live wire sometimes, and if people know that they can take advantage of your emotions for their own purpose, they will. They will. Okay. I'm gonna look at her mother. Spirit, show me Michaela's mother. Oh, by the way, her name has a meaning. Hold on a second. Her name actually has a meaning, you guys. And I gotta get exact the exact meaning. Give me a second. Name meaning. Okay. And I gotta put her name behind it. I need a wireless keyboard. Okay, so it means for some reason it didn't. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. Who is like God is the meaning of her name. Who is like God? Yeah, Kendra, I'm telling you, I got that Leo rising. Be ready to bite somebody's neck off, and you got to remember that you are a human being. You know, not everybody though. You know, you got to learn how to do. You got to learn how to discern. But people that are doing stuff purposely to see you react, and I noticed that we got people that do that. But show me Micaiah's mother. Spirit, show me Micaiah Bryant's mother. Mm, from what I can see from the mother, is that the reason why the child was in foster care to begin with is because the mother kind of had some challenges. But I do kind of feel as though, because most mothers, they want their kids at home if they're at that age. So she kind of wasn't really a mother to her. Okay, then we got Hazel Bryant, too, who is her aunt. And we'll throw the cards on her, too, real quick. Show me Hazel Bryant. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Carla, because all those adults and then those girls, so they were basically kind of like gang stalking her, but just in the house. Like that can happen sometimes when you're a kid, when I feel like everybody in that house was against her. Show me Hazel Bryant spirits. Nah. Yeah, she just wants she just wants she did she care about her niece? Because I know I had aunties that they would whoop my butt theyself if they felt like something was going on. My auntie, I had the best auntie. She would have never stood for some of the stuff. She was very, very adamant about certain things I'm not going to get into. Um, yeah. I hate to say it, but I feel like she's full of crap and she's just trying to get money. That's what I feel. Very strongly. She did care. I feel like she cared, but right now, what she's trying to, I feel like I can see her sort of, the whole thing, because, you know that you should have stopped your niece somehow. But I feel like they were like egging her on, like they were encouraging the violent behavior. You said Ohio is full of crazy people, but remember what happened to Rice, the young kid that was killed? I lived here in Cleveland, Ohio, but I never seen a kid get killed. Yeah, I can tell that Micaiah Bryant was not necessarily being looked after. She wasn't. She was in a very negative environment. Again, I feel like the aunt has some definite ignorance about herself. Definitely would not be, because I can imagine that child services, if they were to had looked at her, because I'm wondering if Micaiah lived, if she was her foster mother, if she's the foster mother, because what was like it's a lot of stuff that is not clear, because she could have been being fostered by Hazel, but Hazel, why are, what is up with all this violence that's erupting in your house? And then also the fact that there seemed to have been a lot of negative energy. But I mean, these people had problems, though. They do. They have problems. And gaining money from her niece's death is not going to fix her problems. I would say that these people really, really need to cleanse and clear themselves. And I can imagine that her burial is going to be very, very sad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A publicity stunt. Exactly. And you can also tell that these folks didn't have a lot of money. You can tell that there was financial challenges financially. And so now they kind of feel like, you know, they're going to get what they're going to get. And to be honest with you, with some of these cards that I see coming up, the Star, the Hanged Man, you know, Hazel didn't really care about her niece like she's pretending to. You know, y'all can get mad at me, you know, if, because, you know, hopefully she don't watch this and be like, you know, but whatever, I got protection. So mm-hmm. Life insurance policy. Hell yeah, they had a life insurance policy on her. She's a live wire. That, you know, you know, easy money. And I feel like they didn't really care. Definite poor judgment. A young child lost um, because of adults around them that, you know, couldn't necessarily elevate themselves the way that they should have been able to. Because, you know, I can tell you that when, you know, people, you know, something had to be going on. So there's a lot that is not clear on this situation. Um, okay, so Spirits is talking about her mother. Let's throw the cards on her mother real quick, and then cause I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat breakfast, y'all. All right, Spirits, show me Micaiah Bryant's mother. What messages do you have about her mother? Nah. Yeah. That there it is. So the mama was nah. Definitely is set up. Definitely now they're gonna try to milk the police for money. The mother wasn't no good, y'all. The mother did not really care about her child. And I was seeing that previously, which was why she was in foster care to begin with. But now the mother's running around. Her mother just, from the moment I looked at her, her mother didn't seem right to me. You can even tell that something was up with those two people because even when they were putting the chick that got kicked in the head, when they were putting her in the cop car, she was just like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Oh, you did something. You did something. Yeah, narcissistic mother, the high priestess, the mother definitely sacrificed her daughter. That's the whole gist of the story right here. You can see a man that the mother is dealing with, and you know he didn't really like her either. He didn't like her daughter. You know, a real pimp like character that, you know, and so you can tell that the mother spirits are saying that the mother ain't right. The mother didn't really care about her. Okay, and then this is the is this the nine of swords? I get confused by this. Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, this is the nine of swords right here. The other one is the eight of swords. It's kind of, but yeah, nine of swords reversed. Yeah, her mother her life didn't have to end up like that. This was a ritual child sacrifice, is what it was, which is why the mother's all in social media, speaking highly of her daughter. But a lot of people probably have a lot of questions for the mother, like, your child is deceased, and what in the heck was going on? What did you do? Why was she even in that situation to begin with? And so I feel like the reason why the mother is out in social media is because the mother is looking for money and sympathy off of her daughter's death. She want to get paid. And Spirit is telling me that she definitely sacrificed her. Six of Wands reverse, Eight of Pentacles, for money. For money. Okay? Sad. I knew when I looked at that mother, I said, something ain't right. Something ain't adding up about this story. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta eat. All right. I hope that this reading gave y'all some peace and some answers as to what is going on. I would suggest anybody that is a medium, I have a tea light going, with the crone, because, as a medium, oops, as a medium, I felt some type of way about what was going on. But, yeah, thank you, Kendra. Thank you. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a happy Saturday. Peace and love.